Why does man kill for something they do not own? Why do foreign investors look like the upgraded version of the European settlers? What part of Mother Nature have witnessed the death of a human and the death of the tree at the same time? Where does man uproot these unknown minerals, or what unknown black silk coils and leaks from the ground to the man in hands of greed? Land. Only man can covet and green can claim me. Mankind have dived and thrived reaching for me. A commodity that everyone is free to use, but only man covered in green can claim me. The story of my motherland, Africa. She once was called a continent of the dark people, a term of endearment, richness, courage, intelligent, innovative, and full of people of bravery. Now the dark continent describes the labels that they are now received called savages, unworthy, deficient, and defiant. An inaccurate single story kind of narrated as if it represents her continental anthem. These outsiders begin to split my beloved Africa into territories, colonies, and now states. Divided families and communities, man and black and brown from man and white with linings of green and the pockets of my ancestry. They stick a pole in my mother with a cloth and colors from red, white, and blue, and now it's in me waving in the wind of black, red, and gold, claiming me. Our people above my territory since ancient times honors and worships me. Women wearing cylinder-shaped, colorful horns as a headpiece, their little humans gracefully receive the fruits I bear and plant a new tree in my empty plot. The abundance of cattle they honor, graze, and appreciate what I provide, a secure place called home. They were once called the Heroes Anonymous in 1908, now they are called genocide survivors. I used to see brown and some beige live in harmony, feel at peace. Now I see crimson red overflowing on my newly planted trees. Ouch! It hurts so much to remember. Remember the pole at my back, a white man holding dark objects, burning of flesh and lead, mixed with despair and the undead. Oh, how I miss those people. They knew and cared for what I provide, yet they never claimed to conquer me, and they never killed me over these unnatural natural resources, but now they have been killed over me, forced to leave every trace of them. A place once called home. I only wish that Bretlinger guy was wrong, that the dark continent lives for her people and not for these visitors, invaders, friends, who claims me now. I am not the only one. My land sister afar, Zimbabwe, mourns our cousin Nigeria. She was filled with dark love from her people and below. Her waters saved and built economies along their communities in the delta. Now the clear, pure blue shifted to thick black goo. Oh, I surely do miss those lives. I surely do miss the cherished green scenery and the clean, fresh air of our precious Nigeria. The foreign investors, visitors, uncovered it, uprooted, burned it, the sweet crude oil running through her, now sold it to the former friends and foes of green. Unlike me, I do not have this goo below. I harness the rich nutrients to create abundance of crops, maize, wheat, and beans to be consumed by my people for my people. Everyone is welcome to use, but its use has not been for everyone. Why go to farmers who killed part of my people that Mom and I mourn, the people who led the wounded to these dark, shack-like places for them to be studied, dissected, or wait for the death sweep them in the night? All to have a piece of me and say that they own this property? All I can do is watch from below since 1905. Now more than a century it took to see if they still have a claim in me. Oh, how I wish they could uproot my shaky foundation. Maybe this neoliberalism principle is not the way to go. I do not need to be liberated from any, for they should not have any original claim on me. I belong to the people. Though their artwork I rise, and now I'm worshipped again, I thought a piece of their motherland mattered. Finally, an African innovator, a project that I can rely on that has come from the true in the heart of my people with the title Land Matters in Art. An only Namibian project dedicated to me. Photos of place positioned in rooms holding great power, farmers, mothers, and families there. Abstract images and paints of what I mean to them, my sweet children, displaying their gratification, their concerns, their elated satisfaction about me. Hope it gave me. That 2013 trending kind of vibe. Now it's slowly dying like my fellow rich black farmers with generation wealth, oh wait, that's limited and soon be unheard of. While arguing and fighting and outrage, they no longer had this paper that was called title of property. Land should not be liberated from the government to the hands of greed, influenced by the market that decides how much value they see. Now these new century, I saw this new rule applied to my sister to the east of me. Her people were still stitching the wounds and resting the scars, using being apartheid separated of black and white. The disadvantaged, low-skilled farmers had no knowledge, no technology, no government assistance, and sometimes no proof of future plans. A black seldom day to watch her people with dreams sell it away to the man in green. Did it work for them? This willing buyer, willing seller? No. Then why should you use this law that actually goes against my people in order to reclaim me? Just because these settlers, I mean farmers, fathers told them they belong to me, does not mean they have a right. A right to deny and a right to accept at the right price. My people deserve me and not paying that price. Their people did. Their ancestors, remember, the Herreros and Almas paid that present and the price. Evidence in the photos, evidence in the unmarked graves, bones buried deep below the ground where I am. Evidence in the starving and impoverished people, 27.8% to be exact, farmers with no farms, family live in famine. Yet you want to give them the choice to give back what is not theirs? There's got to be another way. I saw 3 young gentlemen sitting in the square on that day. Sitting on top of the infrastructure that builds on top of me, that builds their economy, that also was on top of their own ancestry. The main center of me, holding signs, flashes on them, and viral it goes. Fighting on the behalf of the affirmative repositioning movement. Finally, repositioning the power of neoliberalism to the power of my people. Those large white houses are not homes, for they are owned by corporations and families that did not shed blood on me, but the ones holding the knife and gun, and now they're signing the lease with a pen on their name that sounds a little German. But now my people have risen and demanded untouched land, urban and rural, to be given to applicants of black and white of descendants who passed away. Chance I can't understand, but was still proud. The Namibian kind of accomplishment called land ownership. They remind me of their own people, black and brown, sitting proud, and some a little beige sticking there. Reminding me of that little innocent human, of the Herero and Nama people. I remember their claim on me, and their claim to live. What a time that was, that protest of 2015 kind of era. What a time to be alive. What a time to be me. To worship for me, for it all should be shared to the people who originally had me. I just hope that the man in green do not claim me. I, Namibia, belong to the Namibians.